Maybe I'm crazy, but it is not the holiday season yet, and I'd like everyone to stop it.
It's always holiday season. Every day you wake up, holiday. Jesus holiday.
So is every day of the year National Joy Day? Like National Joy Taylor Day, not National Joy like Happy Day, like National Joy Taylor Day, because then I would agree it's holiday season all the time.
mean, you know the life you live. It is National Joy Day every day.
It is. It is. Actually, you're right about that. I'm grateful for that.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not.
Welcome to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. It's Brandon Newman.
Hola.
If you are an avid watcher of The Herd and FS1, which I assume that you are,
Yes.
I was out yesterday because I was very sick and I had no voice, which is kind of strange now because my voice is, you can still tell, it's a little nasally.
Yeah, it's not like.
It's not 100.
Yeah, it's not 100%.
But
Joy Taylor voice.
And we're going to make it through. We're going to be all right.
No, I'm thankful you're here.
I've been drinking a lot of tea and eating lozenges. Earl makes a nice green tea with honey and lemon. And then I had a chai tea earlier.
Okay.
And lots of medicine. I'm very heavily medicated.
Nice.
Because somebody gave me a bug, and I'm gonna blame it on Ashley because that's what we do.
Yeah, I like that. Ashley, stop pushing the
It's
stuff
probably
around.
Ashley.
I wasn't even here.
Send the vaccine around first.
I love that mic hold. She picked it up like this. Okay, fine. Maybe it wasn't your fault this time, but. Regardless, I'm here. I'm alive.
Yes.
You were out of town this weekend, which we will discuss because, wow, do I have questions about that. And I had a great weekend as well before getting deathly ill.
Yes.
Although I was sick last week. It doesn't matter.
You was
Anyway.
on the run.
I was on the run, yes.
Too.
Yes. And I have a big... I had a come to Beezus moment.
A come to Beezus moment. I need one.
Which we'll discuss later in the
one.
culture report.
Yeah.
But let's get started with the fact that I'm undefeated, never lost. I'm undefeated, never lost.
Okay, explain yourself. How do you? I mean, you really don't. If you're following along with the narrative of the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast, you know what Joy Taylor is talking about.
I mean, I'm just right, and I've been right about this, and I've been fucking right, and I'm fucking right. Like, let's just narrow it down.
Yes. Narrow down your rightness.
Well, I mean, there's too many things I've been right about to just say that flippantly. So we're gonna focus on the one thing that I was super right about, and I really feel like I'm not getting enough credit for how fucking right I was.
Yes.
The rookie quarterbacks, with the exception of Lamar Jackson, which we've always had as a caveat to what I have said. Because Lamar Jackson he's a project. He's not ready. And he was drafted to the Baltimore Ravens, who have a starting quarterback.
And no one really respects the last pick of the first round. Let's be real. No one does. No one does. No, Harrison Smith, my boy. You remember I'm friends with people in the NFL. Yeah. Vikings. He got drafted last pick for the Vikings in 2013 draft. No one talks about that.
Okay, sure.
First round pick. First round picks are basically high. Last first round picks are high second round picks.
Yes. Fine, whatever.
Yes.
But the point is, he was drafted in the first round, technically. So we can't just say all the first round quarterbacks. All right. However, they're all starting now. What week is it, guys?
It's going into week 4.
So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I
the real NFL season starting.
I know. It really takes a good solid 3 weeks into the NFL season to figure out all the crafty things that those vets already know in order to become starters in the NFL. But Sam Darnold's been starting from week 1, which we knew, because the Jets don't have a quarterback. And now, what do you know? Baker's starting, and Josh Allen kicked the Vikings' ass, which was supposed to be the worst game of the weekend. So, I mean, I want to make this very clear. I have no faith in the Vikings whatsoever this year. I think they're a great team, but I don't think they're winning anything of importance, okay?
Is that
a huge mistake? Just like my Jags take last year, that was a huge mistake too. Anyway, and it has nothing to do with them losing to the Bills. I just don't believe in them. Josh Rosen is starting now, although it was completely unfair the way that he was put into the game. I mean, 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Go make something happen, Josh.
And create your first stat line. Insane.
Go fix this mess.
So disrespectful with people's legacies.
I mean, I honestly have no idea what the thinking was in that, other than it's just like, you're going to be starting next week, so you might as well just like rip off the Band-Aid. But
Sam Bradford is getting paid a lot of money right now.
Look, everyone's talking about the Sam Bradford making a lot of money thing, and I get it. Dude makes a lot of fucking money. But that's not Sam Bradford's fault.
Yes, it is.
He doesn't write his own checks. Okay,
he should have tapped out. I can't do this. I can't do this at
There's been a
I can't do this at the high level.
Series
he knows
of
he can't
people
do that.
So what's he supposed to say? Look, guys. the secret is I'm really bad at this.
You gotta tap
so
yourself out.
So you should pay me less.
You gotta tap yourself out. Calvin Johnson did.
This number here, I just don't feel like is appropriate for my skill level.
Sometimes you gotta call your own number.
Who does that?
I mean, yeah, not him. Not smart.
No, not him. No one does that.
No one does that?
No one does that.
No
Take all your money, okay? Take all that money.
Tom Brady doesn't do that.
Whatever you want.
Tom Brady doesn't do that.
Okay, well, whatever.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
The point is, everyone's really mad at Sam Bradford for making all that money. That's not his fault. He doesn't pay himself. Be mad at the people that wrote him that check. That's who you should be mad at.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
He's pimping the system, and that's what we should all want. Okay, everybody should make their money.
Yeah.
More importantly, I'm so fucking right that all these guys should have been starting from week 1. What did you possibly learn in 3 weeks that's so fucking dramatic that they couldn't have just built the team around these guys, given them the confidence they need to go into week 1 as a starter, and given the team to them?
They learned what they learned to be able to go out there and perform. Baker Mayfield learned and sat there. To say that he did what he did warrants him starting week 1 is honestly going against God's plan.
No,
so let's slow down.
Baker won the Browns their first game in 635
He earned the
days.
start. He earned the start like he's done in high school, in college. He earns the start. And when he earns the start, he stays on the field. Now, I don't know if Baker knows how to be a NFL quarterback and sustain greatness over 2 years. We haven't seen him do that, and I'm excited to watch him, and I think he can. I'm ready to crown the dude. He's Drew Brees.
All right, look. Everyone needs to calm down. All right, myself included. Okay, there's a lot happening here. Okay, first of all, the Browns are going to play the Raiders. Okay, on Sunday in Oakland. I have a feeling they're going to lose. Okay, I wouldn't be shocked if they won. All right.
The Raiders are the new Browns. Have you seen them play football?
The Raiders are stinky. Okay.
They are really bad on all the ways that the Browns
I'm not going to go really bad. Okay, but they're kind of stinky. All right. So I wouldn't be surprised if they won, but I think that the Browns lose this week, and I don't think that's an indictment of Baker Mayfield. And look, this is what happens with rookie quarterbacks. Next year, everyone's going to have tape on all these guys, and it's going to be different for some of them, and some of them are going to get pieces. Who knows? Sam Darnold could get Le'Veon Bell. Yeah. Change everything.
You saw it with Dak.
Exactly.
They got film
so I'm not going to lose my mind all of this. The Bills are playing Green Bay in Lambeau, so I'm going to assume that they're going to come back down to earth from that one.
Yes.
Josh Rosen is playing against the Seahawks. Most likely going to be another L because the Seahawks defense is still quite good, and the Arizona Cardinals offensive line is quite stinky. As an extra stinky.
One of the worst.
Stinky might just be my word today.
I like it.
And then the Jags are playing the Jets on Sunday in Jacksonville. So look, all these things we're all excited about right now could all come crashing down to earth. We saw it last night with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, what do you know? Dude throws hella interceptions.
He 2 of those, the first couple weren't his fault at all, and it was just a bad muscle memory. And he still went out there and threw for 400 yards. He still went out there and threw for 400 yards.
Oh, yeah,
had them in the game.
He still threw for a lot of yards because the Steelers secondary sometimes they just don't even want to tackle. They're just like, oh, there's the guy with the ball.
Oh my gosh.
There's the guy with the ball.
Well, that's how undisciplined they are.
That's kind of the refs letting the team with the bigger brand win. And this is coming from somebody who wants the Steelers to win.
Right.
I mean, first of all, that Deshaun Jackson return should never have been called back. I'm sick. That there were so many penalties during that game. It was insane. That shouldn't have been called back.
A lot.
And then the dude randomly kicks his foot up in the air before he wasn't even down when he hit him.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Yeah. You're going to reward the Steelers for being the absolute worst at what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to tackle people. You literally looked at him and watched him run away. Regardless, the point is, I said that this Fitzpatrick thing was going to come to an end.
Yeah, I don't think this is warranted it coming to an end.
No, but it's not the game you want to throw 3 interceptions in. All right, when Jameis Winston's coming back in the building
tomorrow or today.
Today. It's not the game you want to do that. Although I do think it's still his job because Winston is a disaster off the field.
One more game. Give him one more game.
Yeah, if he lays another egg, it's a wrap. But overall, the point is, I was right. I would like all of the credit for that. There's no visionary thing that's going to hit you in 3 weeks of sitting on the bench.
Yes.
That being on the field is not going to give you.
Joy, the pressure of starting the season week 1 was a pressure that only Sam Darnold could have handled. That's why he started.
Why?
That's why. I don't know why. That's why he started. I don't know why Josh Allen didn't show that he can be a starter during camp. I don't know why Baker Mayfield didn't outshine Tyrod Taylor and prove that he could be starting. I don't know why Josh Rosen didn't prove that he's better than Sam Bradford's fragile ass. I don't know why, but there has to be some reason.
Okay, there are reasons. First of all, Josh Allen plays for the Bills, and they don't know what's going on, all right? Because they had, what's his face?
Very happy to be playing
Peterman.
Peterman. All right,
Nate Pete.
I mean, there's no explanation for that, okay?
True
Josh Rosen, Sam Bradford makes a lot of money, so coach was like,
Okay.
man, we're going to put the guy in that makes a lot of money. Tyrod Taylor is a proven veteran, and Hugh Jackson's worried about losing his job, so that's why they started him, okay? And Sam Darnold, there was no one else there. So they got rid of Teddy Bridgewater, which is a smart move, get some picks. That's why he started week 1. They all don't have separate intangibles that would keep them from starting week 1. They were all first-round picks. They all should have started week 1. I was right. I would like credit for it.
Is that, them starting week 4 of the NFL season has nothing to do with how they end up as quarterbacks, and I think how they end up as quarterbacks is better because they had a chance to sit. You'll see it.
I disagree.
Well, we can just watch it. Turn the film on.
Time will tell, but as of this moment, I was correct. They all should have started.
Okay.
They're all at the top of the hill, and they should have started. I was right.
Congrats.
Thank you. That's all you had to say.
I know. I got there.
With
it or quit it? With it? Quit it.
What?
With it.
We about to turn up in this bitch.
All right. When am I winning or quitting today?
Okay. Bear with me. This is me talking to my grandkids. Once upon a time, your granddaddy played a little game called football, where heroes like Clay Matthews and Reggie White used to run through quarterbacks with the violence you only see in World Star videos.
World Star!
Then, tackling got taken out of the game and football died. Joy, protecting the quarterbacks is hurting the game. With it or quit it?
I tried really hard to stay balanced, in my opinion, of this new rule because I figured, hey, it's preseason. They're probably just overcalling it. They're going to figure it out. And then it was the first week, and I was like, maybe it was just like everyone's just overreacting. And then it was the second week. And now it's just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening. Because, first of all, I hate overly called games to begin with.
Yes.
Like the Steelers-Bucks game was so annoying. Every other play was a penalty. It's like
the Steelers play on disciplined football.
Fine. Okay, I agree with that for the most part. But also, I mean, I want you to get the call right, but can we just play the game? The game's already 3 hours long, right? Plus.
Yeah.
I just don't care about the refs. I don't care who you are. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't want to see your face.
It's true.
I don't want to hear your voice. Like the minimum amount of all of that in the game is better for me. So, in my opinion, I love that we review all scoring plays. Okay, I want you to get the plays right where somebody maybe runs out like on the sideline.
Right.
But there's been
touching.
34 roughing the passer penalties called through the first 3 weeks. 34. And I'm with Clay Matthews. I said it on the first Clay Matthews incident. Physically, like I'm not a scientist, okay, but I just feel like if you're running full speed towards another person, right? And stop acting like these quarterbacks are small little they're not built like me. They're grown big ass men who are also not trying to go down. So it's not like they're just standing there all flimsy and shit. You have to tackle them.
Yes, or else they'll complete a pass.
Right, they'll continue to do what they do and win the game.
Right, and then you lose your job.
Tackling the quarterback is part of winning the game. Like that's your job, right?
A necessity, yes.
As a defender in that position on the line, rushing through. Okay, it's not to just hit him on the shoulder, which is really what it's becoming. And I'm not trying to be dramatic with the whole like it's turning into flag football, but you can't physically tackle someone and not land on them. How are you supposed to do it? Like, show me the video with the stick figure where the guy runs up, okay, and like tackles the quarterback, and then what does he do? Like, does he fall on his back? Like, you're jumping through the air. You can't change the direction of your body. I don't understand what the league is trying to regulate. I get it. Losing Aaron Rodgers last year sucked. But there's a solution for that. Maybe not just the quarterbacks are stars. Maybe you just elevate your players a little bit so we know more about them and give them a little more flexibility to be themselves, you know? I don't know. Make it a players league so that when you lose one guy, it's not a fucking disaster.
How about
you don't have to change the entire game. It's impossible. And it's ironic that this is happening so much to the Packers, considering that this rule only exists because of Aaron Rodgers. Like, you can't physically tackle someone and not land on them. I don't understand the thing. Like, I don't get it.
Scientifically, it's very difficult to wrap your head around. But that penalty is one thing. Jason Pierre-Paul hitting Ben Roethlisberger on the head and that being roughing the passer. Ben Roethlisberger was like, oh.
Okay, he flopped. All right.
And just slowly,
Bro, you got a helmet on.
fell to his knees.
You have a helmet.
That type of stuff is insane to me. And because there's plenty of penalties out there, like Cam Newton week 1, where quarterbacks are actually getting hurt, actually being compromised. I think if there is malicious intent behind these tackles, maybe that's when you throw the tackle, because you're trying to get the quarterback out of the game.
You can tell the difference.
You're trying to get him out the game.
Just stop it with it's a touch and go play. Like it looks like he fell on a pile drive. You can tell the difference when somebody is picking someone up and pushing them into the ground.
Honestly,
you can tell the difference between that and someone just tackling them and falling on them, because that's the fucking direction that they're going.
I didn't mention this last week, but the Vikings tackle for Clay Matthews, I kind of like the call because it's the burping call. It's the picking up and driving, and he did a little bit of that motion. This one was textbook sacks that you watch in the film room and say, this is how you sack the quarterback. This is how you make sure the quarterback doesn't complete a pass while he's going down. This is how you secure the ball, wrap up, take him all the way down. Like that.
Like you can't hit the players.
That's perfect.
You can't hit the quarterbacks below the knees, right?
Yes.
Because of Tom Brady. You can't land on them because of Aaron Rodgers. I just don't know. There's only a certain amount of space you can hit them with to begin with, right? Like it's like shoulder pads to like their waist, right?
Yeah.
That's the only target you have to begin with. Now, when you tackle them, you can't land on them. It's just becoming a thing where I don't know what defenders are supposed to do, and I get it. It's becoming an offensive league. But physically, I don't understand how this continues.
Elite pass rushers know how to do it, though, because what Von Miller said on the Herd last week, he's like, I don't worry about that because I always go for the ball. You see Khalil Mack going for the ball. Like these elite pass rushers,
but that's not,
they're going to get their money anyways because they're coming to the ball. Like Clay Matthews is trying to fight his way back into relevancy.
You can't get to the ball every play. Sometimes you have to actually tackle them.
Yeah.
So it's while that works and that mentality might work for Von Miller, it's not going to work for everybody. It doesn't work for every play.
Yeah.
So if he can't get to the ball, it's just like, oh well, I tried.
I love it. Well, back to what you said about the referees during the broadcast of Monday Night Football, they said, there's 6 referees out here today that have been selected to ref the Super Bowl. It's like, I don't care.
I don't care.
These guys it's like ego-filled guys. Like, I'm going to throw the best call. This is flags. There's one play, all the flags. It was raining flags. It's insane. I don't want y'all out there doing, like, calling your own number.
No, there's no song, It's Raining Flags. There's a song, It's Raining Men.
Great song.
It is a great song.
Shouts out to Living Color.
Excuse me.
Bill Belichick's face is extra frowny after his Patriots took an L at the hands of his NFL son, Matt Patricia. The Patriots are 1-2 on the season, and my prediction of Tom Brady and the Patriots' downfall this year looks pretty good. Joy, the Patriots are set to lose the AFC East for the first time since 2008. Wit it or quit it.
I'm going to quit that. First of all, I've got to point out, your chair could not be squeakier. We've got to get some WD-40 in here. Okay, it couldn't be squeakier.
I'm trying to make it squeak on command.
You don't have it will squeak on
Listen,
command.
chairs don't. I was just home in Louisville. My mom always had chairs where I was allowed to sit in the house. There's some chairs I wasn't allowed to sit in.
How many chairs have you broken in your lifetime?
14. Currently, and I think this one might be the 15th one. It's like there's warning signs. It literally screams for help.
It is screaming for help.
Yeah.
We've got. I think it just needs some WD-40. And then also Oktoberfest is going on outside of our room. Is where we do the podcast.
Yes.
Is the one of the walls is just windows. So anytime we have a corporate event out in the what would you call that area?
Yard?
The courtyard?
Courtyard. I like that.
The quad.
Corridor.
I think it's the quad.
The quad is a quad.
Yeah, it's the quad. This is a school. It's a quad.
Yes, anytime that there's an event out there, it makes noises. So we're not in like an official studio space.
Yes.
So we apologize if you're hearing loud noises.
Like polka music.
It's German music.
It's German music.
Oh, okay. Is that polka?
Maybe.
Anyway.
Okay.
The point is, I'm going to quit that. Although that loss to the Lions was tragic. It was tragic. I
gave a bad team life. A really bad team life.
It gave a really bad team life.
Yes.
Dude wears his hat backwards, which according to Colin is a bad sign. Brady had a bad game. He threw for 133 yards.
A bad game.
He hasn't thrown a game like that since 2013. So I think he's gonna bounce back. I think he'll be all right. And I just don't believe that they're done yet. I'm not doing it. I refuse to submit. I'm not doing it just yet.
Okay.
But it was very weird.
I mean, obviously,
and I'm not gonna lie.
I
did enjoy seeing Matt Patricia get that win.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's the storylines.
It's a nice thing.
You get to see it.
Let him have his thing.
Yeah. And he's been coaching against Tom Brady for how many years? He's defensive coordinator. Yeah.
Let him have his day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
They're still gonna be bad.
Yeah, very bad.
Sorry.
Okay. At Lakers Media Day, a reporter asked LeBron James if the Lakers could beat the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference, to which the King said, "We got a long way to go to beat Golden State. They can pick up right where they left off. We're picking up from scratch. We can't worry about what Golden State is doing." So good to hear LeBron say we talking about my Lakers. Joy, the Lakers are not a threat to the Warriors this year. With it or quit it.
They are not a threat. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. I think the Warriors. Yeah, I mean, look, I think the Lakers are gonna be a lot better than people think. I don't know why everyone thinks the Lakers were completely shitty last year. They weren't. And they had a major injury to Lonzo. He was out for a lot of games. And they didn't have a big veteran on their team last year. So LeBron James in general brings, I believe, a minimum of 11 wins or an average of 11 wins to every team that he goes to.
I like those odds.
And I think it's going to be more than that. They won 35 games last year. I think they're going to make the playoffs. And I think that they're going to win a series or two in the playoffs. I don't think that they're going to win the championship this year, although it's entirely possible. Everyone's acting like LeBron James doesn't play for the team. It's LeBron James.
It's insane.
Okay, does everyone just forget? Or I think we have just this crazy elevated idea of the West being so dominant and so great that no one can take down Golden State and nothing can happen. I know the chair is unbelievable. I can't move. Just don't move. Okay. Anyway, the point is, we have this idea of the West that is, I think, a little bit unrealistic. And LeBron James is, last time I checked, he was still the best player in the league last year.
Yeah.
So unless something happened, I'm pretty sure he's the best player in the league this year.
Lonzo said it.
Rondo's going to be starting. Lonzo seems like he's learning a lot from Rondo. His body has completely changed. All of the rookies and young guys that they had from last year are going to get better.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to challenge the Warriors this year if everyone on the Warriors stays healthy, which, that's how we base all of these assumptions, that if they have the team that they're assembled at the beginning of the year, that how's that going to turn out? Assuming everyone's healthy, yeah, I think the Warriors win again this year. But it's not a given. I think that the West is more open than people think, and we'll see.
LeBron being the best player in basketball, they asked about each individual person on his team. He said Kyle Kuzma, steal in the draft. Lonzo Ball, destined for greatness. Lance Stevenson, dog. Brandon Ingram, up next. Like, he's not friends with anyone in that locker room. He is a coach in the locker room, on the court, and everyone's elevation is up.
His whole basketball IQ is he is the smartest player on the floor. He studies his team. He studies the other team. He's going to make them so much better, and I think that they'll win the championship next year. But this year, I think they're going to make a lot more noise than people think. And more importantly, weirdly enough, they're going to be more interesting because I think there's a huge amount of Warriors fatigue. People are tired of talking about the Warriors, even though they are great.
Yes.
So people are just going to be happy to focus on someone else. And also, I don't think the Lakers are going to be good at the beginning of the season, and everyone's going to freak out like they always do. But it's going to be fine.
When's LeBron been good at the beginning of the season?
They always do this. And they're going to be like, this is a disaster, and they're never going to win anything. Watch. Clip this off because we're going to be using this. LeBron era is over.
He said they're going to take the bumps and bruises. He's talking about it.
He knows. I know. I'm just saying everyone else doesn't know yet.
LeBron said it didn't feel real until that media day, and I'm glad to hear him say it because it was it's weird.
Yeah.
He might as well be in a Toon Squad jersey. Yeah. It's like, it seems so make-believe.
Yeah. Space Jam 2 is happening too, huh?
They say it.
I have so many expectations for that movie.
So many questions.
I mean, the level that it has to reach.
I mean, CGI, like with the technology we have today.
I mean, Bill Murray he has to be in it.
He's got to be in it. I would like to see Space Jam 2 as a series on HBO. Just a long form.
No. I don't need that much Space Jam. I'm a phlegmy, disgusting mess, by the way. I can hear it.
You're doing well. You're powering through.
It's gross. I don't know what's worse than my phlegm or that chair.
Or Oktoberfest.
I'm trying to...
Hear ye. I am petty this week. I refuse to allow myself. Well, that's true. Yeah. I am Queen Petty, but or Empress Petty.
Empress Petty, yeah.
I refuse to allow myself to get excited about the Miami Dolphins, and I don't know. I'm just a jaded person. I've been broken, and I can't find it in my heart to get excited. I did tweet undefeated, never lost after they won. But it didn't have any truth behind it because here's the thing. Like, they're on top of the AFC East right now, and I just don't believe that that's going to continue. Like, the Patriots lost to the Lions. All right, they're going to eventually have a bad game. I think that...
and the Jags. Let's not forget the Jags.
Oh my God, whatever.
They lost to the Jags.
The Dolphins beat the Raiders, the Titans, and the Jets. Okay, so... I just want to pump the brakes on the whole, not to like poo-poo, whatever. I am poo-pooing it, okay? Yes. I'm poo-pooing it, and I'm sorry to everyone in Miami who's going to be upset with me, but this is just how I feel. And if you remember, if you just want to take a look down memory lane and how this has worked out for you before, you go ahead and get excited if you want to, but I'm going to say cautiously optimistic. I am excited that they are winning. Right. I am happy that they are winning. I just want them to be winning later on in the season, you know?
Yeah.
I beat some good teams.
But they got to practice it first. Right?
Winning is contagious. It's contagious, bro.
It's contagious.
It's contagious. But
where's that from?
Hard Knocks, Jarvis Landry's speech.
Oh, yes.
It's contagious, bro.
It's contagious.
Contagious.
You gotta.
It was a very good speech.
Right.
Jarvis Landry would probably help the Dolphins right now, though, huh?
Ooh, bless him. Yeah, he blessed him. He blessed him. I'll say this: both of our teams have tests this week to prove what type of football team they actually are. Rivalry tests.
Who's your team
in
right
division. Right now, the Ravens are playing the Steelers, and the Dolphins are playing the Patriots. This is big stuff.
It actually is a very big week. Yeah, it's a big week to test. I think this is actually a week. This is kind of like away from my being funny take. I actually think this is a big week to test and see who's for real, because a lot of the rookie quarterbacks are going to be out there. All of them are going to be out there starting, and this is going to be a week to see. Like, the Patriots are probably going to come back and probably win. Yeah. But if they lose, like, maybe it might be a real thing. And then the Steelers, they need to actually get a win that matters, because obviously, I mean, the Bucks are fine, but I mean, that wasn't shocking to me. It's Fitzpatrick.
Right. It's the end of the first. What's next week is the end of the first quarter of the NFL season. Yep. A lot of people treat it as preseason.
It's for real now.
Yeah,
all
it's real.
Also, while we're talking about being petty, where are your shoes?
Huh?
Where are your shoes?
When we have guests, I can't go barefoot and I can't wear my sandals.
What is this? So we don't have guests, so you get to go barefoot? When do we make that rule?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I thought this is like our space.
Show the people your feet.
I would love to.
Ah! Instant regret.
What's going on with it? I can't see what the bottom doing. What the bottom doing?
Oh.
Is it moving again?
My God, Brandon.
My feet kind of remind me of Stranger Things.
Can you please,
like the map?
Please.
What?
They look like the Upside Down. Okay, just get them off the table. I can't meet them anymore.
I just lotioned the top of them. You don't lotion the bottom of them.
Yes.
No, I'm out here in these streets.
Oh my
show
God.
these calluses.
Speaking of the Upside Down, I went to Halloween Horror Nights.
Ooh, right.
And as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, it's not holiday season yet. Okay, so I exploited it not being holiday season. We went to Halloween Horror Nights on Friday night. Yes. They have a Stranger Things set up. I love haunted houses. But it is not holiday season yet, okay? It just barely started feeling like fall in LA. Like, just like this. You're wearing a Hawaiian shirt, okay?
But ironically, I'm wearing the shirt to test it out because I'm thinking about being Childish Gambino for Halloween.
Oh, so you're being ironic right now?
I don't know. I'm just testing it out.
Anyway, the point is, I feel like it was the best move to go this weekend because there's so much like less humans than there will be when actual holiday season starts. Right. Holiday season starts the week of Halloween, okay? That is official.
Ooh, the week of Halloween.
Yes. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. You can start putting up like Halloween stuff before that. I'm just saying it's Halloween. It's officially holiday season the week of Halloween, because once Halloween's over, then you can transition into Thanksgiving. I don't want to hear this these decorations and stuff. It's not holiday season yet. Okay, it's barely out of summer.
Football is going into its fourth week. It's holiday season.
No, it's not.
I was walking my dog last night, and I saw someone in my apartment complex has one of those like white trees, the plastic white trees with like the Christmas tree out white one. So listen, it's got the little red bulbs or whatever.
If you are putting up a Christmas tree in September, I am 100% positive you would be one of the first people to sign up for the purge. Okay, that's just the truth. You have revealed yourself. You have revealed yourself.
Sign up for some reason that makes perfect sense to me.
Yes, of course it does, because it's truth. It's September. There's something psychologically wrong with you. You haven't
get your mind ready.
4 months.
When you gonna get ready? When you gonna get ready for your wedding?
That's not even the same thing.
I mean, you gotta prep for the stuff that's important. These are big days. These are big days, Joy.
Not even kind of.
I'm thinking right now. I'm like, oh my God, Thanksgiving. Oh, USC game. Oh, where am I gonna be? You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it.
Making plans and putting up a Christmas tree in September are hardly the same thing.
What the difference is?
You make plans. You know when it's coming every single year. It's the same day, conveniently every single year.
Actually, can we talk about that? I don't like the holidays that are on the same day every year.
Here you
Thanksgiving is one of them. What is that? When is it? Why? How the football game happened? Wait a minute, is that Thursday Night Football? Oh, no, it's not. What is going on with that?
I can't follow you down that wormhole.
Do you know?
I'm not going to do it. Okay. All I'm saying is I appreciate you speaking your piece on it. I just feel like it's not going to go very far.
Let's have a platform.
The point is that it's not holiday season yet, so just stop it. And if I hear one Christmas song, one damn Christmas song in your establishment, I will not spend another $1.
No.
I won't spend $1. Huh?
I'm leaving today. Oh, that's New York. That's the wrong one.
You told me to stop singing a Christmas song.
There's no way that just happened.
I thought I had a good one.
Of all the Christmas songs you could choose, I mean, there's literally hundreds of holiday songs. You picked the one song that's not Christmas.
I thought I had one. I really did.
Incredible. I was listening so hard. Like, is this chestnuts roasting? What is this?
I'll have a brand new part of it. Christmas.
New York. All right, it's time for the lit list.
At the night show. Ooh.
Okay, so, sweet golf bros. It's been so long since you've been right about something, and finally, Tiger is actually back.
Is he?
I don't know, but I felt good for Tiger. Tiger won. He won the 2018 Tour Championship in Atlanta by 2 strokes and a final score of 11 under. And then proceeded to walk off the course like sports Moses. And it was a sight to see. And if you haven't seen the video of Tiger Woods, can we put this over this?
Yeah.
This video is. If this video doesn't show you the impact of the culture, I don't know how else to explain it to you.
Which one are you looking at,
like,
Tiger Woods?
50 years from now, when a teacher is trying to explain what culture is to a group of young minds, they should just show Tiger Woods winning this tour championship and the hordes of people just mindlessly like golf zombies following him. Yes. I mean, what? What is that?
It's Messiah.
He is. He's
people
golf
desperately
Messiah.
want to follow people.
Yes, they do.
They do.
It's human nature.
Yes.
I've been saying that for years. There's nothing that humans enjoy more than watching other humans do things.
Oh, man.
It's why, like, the idea of reality television, I can't believe it took this long to figure it out. Like, duh. Of course we want to watch other people do things. That's all we do. People watching is, like, the number one activity for old people.
You ever get lost 30 minutes on your IG stories? Like, oh, man.
No, I've stopped doing that. I've stopped doing that. I've limited myself from 98% of that. It's made my life so much better. I gotta tell you, it's like a cleansing. It really is. I highly recommend it. Yes. But it's mostly because like social media is a job to me.
Yes.
So I don't get to enjoy it as much. So I don't allow myself to fall down that wormhole. More importantly, Tiger Woods. It's been a long time since he's done that winning thing. Since he's won a golf tournament.
Right.
Yeah. So we were using the iPhone 5 the last time he won a golf tournament.
No, most people in the culture were using iPhone 4s.
LeBron was on the Heat, and Ray Allen had just hit the shot. Derek Jeter hadn't retired yet.
What? These are the things that happened when
That's how long it's been since Tigers won.
How much was gas, Joy?
Gas was $2.45. You know the thing about me, and I don't care how elitist this sounds because I've always been this way even when I was poor. I don't care how much gas costs. You know why I don't care how much gas costs? Because what the are you going to do about it? You're going to buy that damn gas and you're going to like it because that's all you can do.
Yeah.
I hate when people complain about gas.
Yeah.
So what? You still have to buy it.
The only reason I don't like it is because like everyone in my family is not in a big city. So they're like, well, you know, in South Carolina, it was $1.95 last week. I was like, okay.
I mean, it's just not something that you can do anything about. It's completely out of your control.
Right.
You have no control over this.
None.
If the gas is $4.50 a gallon, or if the gas is $1.99, you still have to put gas in your car. Maybe you'll drive around less. That's fine. Maybe you will think further ahead and buy a more economical car for gas purposes. But the bottom line is you still have to pay for that gas.
I remember being a kid in high school taking pictures next to gas things that said it was $4.69. And we was like, look at this. And then we put $5 of gas in the car and went to our friend's house.
I don't even think about it. Like, it's just like, oh, the gas is expensive here. Well, whatever.
Well,
gotta get gas.
Now I can't eat today, but whatever. I gotta go where I gotta go.
I gotta get where I gotta go.
Yeah.
That's it.
We were on Tiger.
Anyway,
we were on Tiger.
Congrats to Tiger.
Yeah.
The Chiefs and the Rams are both 3-0.
Golf talk.
No surprise about the well, that's what it is. No surprise about the Rams because they were my Super Bowl pick. Not to win, I picked the Steelers, but to get to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And I'm right. This is just my week to be right. But the Chiefs are just impressive. Their defense still sucks, but they.
Keep saying that.
I mean, it's. I'm not
Bend don't
lying.
break. It's a real thing, Joy.
Okay.
Especially in the first 4 weeks. Bend don't break. We don't know how good that defense is yet.
Keep shooting out those cliches.
I love them.
See how much that matters when they play in the playoffs.
You build teams around cliches.
Matters.
You win. Hey, you win in
anyway,
December.
Mahomes is
Gotta win in
incredible.
December.
13 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's been incredible. And the Rams are obviously super awesome as well. And they play Minnesota coming off a bad game. And the Chiefs play Denver next at Denver, but I still think that's going to be a win. So, look, early hot take, Mahomes may be the MVP this year.
Mahomes MVP. I like that.
That Patrick Mahomes may be the MVP this year. Keep an eye out. Early hot take.
I like that a lot.
I don't really feel like it's a very hot take. I'm reacting to.
No, I think that is a hot take. Who MVP?
I wouldn't have predicted it at the beginning of the season. No. But I do think that he will.
Jared Goff's going to be in there. Todd Gurley's going to be in there.
Yes, but
again.
I think that I think Patrick Mahomes is going to win it if they can keep up any level of this consistency. I mean, he's going to have a bad game eventually, but I do think if he can keep up this consistent play, he's going to win it. No, I don't think it's Carson Wentz this year. No. And finally, here's like a shout out to these two ladies. Kind of not exactly how it's being portrayed, but Hannah Storm and Andrea Kremer. Are going to be the first female broadcasting tandem to do an NFL game this week's Thursday Night Football matchup, which you will watch on Fox because Fox has Thursday Night Football
You're
now.
welcome.
It's a great game, Vikings and Rams, as we just mentioned. They're going to call 11 games on Thursday nights as part of the Amazon Prime NFL package. A shout out to them.
Yes.
It is like part of like an extra option thing.
I know.
So, but we're just poking holes in the glass ceiling. You just gotta get the crack going,
Joy.
and then you just punch through. So I'm just going to give them a shout out because actually, here's why. Because when I first got into broadcasting as a young Joy Taylor, my goal was to be the first woman to call Monday Night Football in the booth. And then I realized calling games is super fucking hard, man. Like, that is hard.
You should still have that go.
No, I've abandoned that goal. I have other goals now. But it was the original reason why I got into the business. I still think it would be cool to do.
Yes.
But you know what got me off of it? Who's that guy that just completely bombed Dennis Miller?
Dennis Miller.
I mean, I'll never forget it.
Yeah,
and it terrified me.
No,
Like, if you could be that bad, like,
you can't put pseudo intellectuals.
No.
It's not gonna work. Yeah. I would say this though: if they're doing it on Amazon, we could call a game on IG Live.
Hell yeah.
IG Live
we
color.
do that?
I mean, do you want to do play-by-play or color? I think I'm more of a.
I'm way more color.
You're more color.
I don't want to do play-by-play.
I'll do play-by-play then.
You are not ready to do play-by-play.
I'm going to be on this one.
You should start practicing.
IG Live play-by-play.
Yo, listen.
Hey, okay, snaps the ball. Is that a first down? I can't tell. What is it say? I need a green zone.
That's exactly how it would go. We really need to do that, though. We'll go after that. You know what? We're going to do that.
Yeah, why not?
We're going to do that.
Turn the game on. We can switch it.
Maybe not Instagram Live, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, do that. Do that at the crib.
Loser Power Rankings.
Loser Power Rankings. Loser week.
Okay, so I don't like to put people in the loser categories for injuries.
Of course.
But unfortunately, we don't have a better place. And it's not Jimmy Garoppolo's fault.
No.
But Jimmy G is out for the year with an ACL, and that means CJ Beathard is going to be the starting quarterback for the 49ers as of right now.
Cap's old back up.
Pending a trade. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Kaepernick is going to come up.
He wasn't his old backup? He didn't replace him?
No, he didn't actually. But
that would be Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, Blaine Gabbert.
David Blaine Gabbert.
Those are like two in the same.
It's not a outrageous misstep by you because it just but the point is it's CJ Beathard. The point is Kaepernick is going to come up there and it's just not going to happen because he's suing the league for collusion. So any team, I mean, I'm not a legal expert, but I'm assuming that if any team hired him, the collusion case would be poof.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
that kind of goes against the idea of collusion.
People who are suing companies don't get hired by those
right,
companies. But
also if a team was to bring Kaepernick in, then he couldn't claim collusion because then he's playing for the league that he is allegedly saying is colluding against him. Unless he's saying there's specific teams that colluded against him.
He's trying to unless he's like spying on his own collusion case.
Yeah, anyway, that's not the point. The point is the 49ers season is basically over.
The fans are definitely losers. 49ers fans are definitely
losers.
losers.
And another fault.
Yes.
We're sad for you. Yes. Generally, we're not sad for the losers. We're sad for you. That sucks. Cause I like when the 49ers are interesting, and we were looking forward to see what Jimmy G was going to do this week. I mean,
Very
this
upset.
year.
And by scrambling, like losing a quarterback like scrambling,
it's the worst.
Man.
When it's a non-contact injury, it's the worst. At least on a hit, it's like, okay, like that's football. It happens. Like the non-contact injuries for anybody are the worst. It just sucks. All right. Non-contact injury is how I tore my ACL, actually. Soccer.
Really?
Very similar situation. Winless football teams are losers this week. Raiders, Texans. Texans are the bummer on this list. The Cardinals and the Raiders, not so much of a surprise. The Texans are the bummer, though, because we really like Deshaun Watson, and I really like them to start winning.
Well, Brian, I don't think do something with that. The curse of the Belichick coaches, like they're not. He's not the right answer. Deshaun Watson looks worse this year than he did last year. Yeah. And it's not because they're playing him better on defense.
And the Giants beat them. You know how I feel about the Giants this year. Yeah. Finally, this is very visual. So anybody who is listening to the audio version of this podcast and not watching on YouTube, please go subscribe to the YouTube page.
Yeah, what y'all doing?
Crazy Podcast
Do that
on YouTube. But if you're listening in your car or wherever, don't look this up when you get home. Or you're parked, or you're at a red light. I can endorse red light things.
Let's be real. I think as a whole, America's getting better at being on their phone while driving. I just want to say that.
Sure.
So
but I'm not going to endorse
red light
it.
scrolling.
I'm not going to. Don't text and drive.
Right.
But in this particular case, Gritty. Have you seen Gritty?
Gritty.
Have you seen Gritty?
Oh, the mascot.
Oh. I have so much to say. Okay, so the Philadelphia Flyers announced a new addition to their organization, and that is Gritty. He's a giant orange blob feather thing, and he's nightmare fuel, and he's got these eyeballs. You know, he's not as bad as the Pelicans mascot, which is just an atrocity.
What's wrong with the Pelicans mascot?
What?
It's just I don't know what the Pelicans mascot looks like.
How do you not know what the Pelicans mascot looks like? All right, so he's not as bad. He's not as bad as the Pelicans mascot, but he's something, and he fell on the ice. I feel like if you're a hockey mascot, it's got to be kind of part of the procedure for hiring. Like, you can skate, right?
Right, like you're okay on the ice. And you can skate in
this giant costume. So not only did he fall multiple times in his debut, he also shot someone on the ice with the T-shirt can, which is so... Listen,
I've always wanted to see that.
I watched this video in the break on the herd, and I truly laughed out loud. Like, it's so fucking funny. He just shoots him. Like, what is this hooligan that they hired to be the mascot? And I have this thing for mascots.
Gritty.
I love mascots. I'm not a furry, so everyone relax, okay? But I've always wanted to get in a mascot costume and bother people. And I think it's so funny that they have the ability to do that. And I was able to live out my dream one day. Miami Hurricanes baseball let me participate in the Mark Light Shake race, and it was a wonderful day.
You raced in the mascot?
I did, and I almost took out the catcher. I was inches from. I don't know what the catcher was thinking, but he like ran in front of me. I'm very fast, and he just missed me, and it would have been a disaster.
Ooh.
I can see, and my arms are short for this thing, so I'm like holding it up like this and like running. You can't move your arms, so you're running. So it's like running like this. And there's inside the costume is like this crisscross thing that balances on your head.
And it just.
Yeah, we're showing all this footage on the YouTube page. This is why you should go and subscribe to the YouTube page, because it's great. It's better visual.
That's insane.
Have you seen the Pelicans mascot yet?
Now, which one of these monsters is the actual one? Because like this
the most monstery looking one is the one. Let me see.
I mean, look at that. This all of it's bad.
Oh no. That's the cake baby. That's not.
I know mascot. That's not the always one, but it's
also,
still bad.
while horrifying, that's the guy. Okay.
That one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then I think they fixed it to that, which is obviously more appropriate.
Pelicans as a whole are terrifying.
I mean, you can't get over that as a child.
Pelicans remind me of like what they think dinosaurs look like.
That's just, who came up with that?
What, the whole thing?
Yes, all of it. All of it's horrible.
It's a bad mascot.
Anyway, shout out to Gritty, because that's some life.
You know, I was a mascot in high school.
Of course you were a mascot
Basketball.
in high school. Did you do the dancing?
Oh my gosh, I was everywhere. I did a lot of good mime work with a fake basketball.
So sweaty.
Oh my gosh, so sweaty.
And you know what? To those mascots that break character, shame on you. There's no talking.
Yes.
Oh, it's so creepy. I hate that.
You see the BYU helmet? The guy who did the flip, the one who was doing all the dances, his helmet came off.
Oh.
You gotta hide it. The kids. What about the kids?
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Somebody was coming into work today with the mascot like box in their head, and the mascot, the head fell and rolled. And as a 28-year-old person, I was like, oh my god.
All right, what's in the culture report this week?
You.
I'm starting. Yes, that's correct. So I thank you, Earl. Took me to see Beyonce this weekend.
You saw Beyonce and Jay Z.
Yeah, I saw Beyonce. Jay Z was there. Okay. Jay Z made an appearance.
Yes.
But we went to see
Beyonce featuring Jay Z.
Exactly.
Most good songs.
I was under the weather the entire weekend. So for everyone saying that I missed work on Monday because of Beyonce, that is not true. I've been sick since Thursday, and then I just got more and more sick.
Because of Beyonce, she would have been at work.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I've seen Beyonce one time before on the Run, the first tour.
Okay.
And I was blown away. But this tour, I feel really ashamed that I haven't given Beyonce like her like work. Like I haven't honored Beyonce in the way that I should honor Beyonce. She's not of this earth. She is truly incredible. If you see her perform in person, it's like we're not made of the same thing.
It's like going to see.
This is not the same thing as
it's
that.
like going. It's like when we went to see the pickup basketball game. It's like, these guys are.
They're not. We're not the same thing.
Yeah, we can't do the same thing.
No, you're talking about when we went and saw Kevin Durant.
Yes.
Also thanks to Earl.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. James.
You should marry him.
James Harden. I should. James Harden. Russell Westbrook. It was LeBron was there, but he wasn't playing. But it was incredible.
Beyonce, it's like that.
Yes, it's like that.
I gotta go to the concert.
Yeah, you should see Beyonce. It's a thing. It's a thing. There's a reason why people worship Beyonce. She's beyond words. She truly is. And I'm not even being like dramatic because I'm not even a Beyonce stan. Yeah. It's incredible. And Jay Z was great too. But
like Michelle Obama,
we're there
style,
to see Beyonce.
Like
Oprah was there. Kobe was there.
What?
Yes. How was your weekend? How was your weekend?
My family and I tried out for Family Feud. My mom, yes, you know what I mean? Like, my mom was very important to her. I'm not going to say, we did a really good job.
Yes!
We did a really good job.
Okay, I can't wait to see the Newmans. Are you guys going by the Newmans?
The Goodners. Mother's maiden names.
Okay.
And we were all very loud and ridiculous. Honestly, at one point in time, during the audition, you had to say, we're the blah, blah, blah family from blah, 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 right? And they're like, be loud, don't be afraid. We're like, we're the Goodner family from Louisville, Kentucky. And they were appalled at how loud we were. They were put off. It was not great. And my cousin is just
that's just bad
she's
direction.
Like funny, bad. Like, imagine Family Feud. Family Feud, here's a question right now. You ready?
Okay.
Name a bird that can't fly.
Penguin.
That's number 4 on the board. And then I'll go to me, right? Ostrich, I'd probably say, you know what I mean? Because I'm just great at the game. So that's number 1. My cousin went, God bless her soul, Timbria. They said, name a bird that can't fly. She said,
did she die?
No, just God bless her because she's great. She said, they said, name a bird that can't fly. Ostrich. And somebody already said that. She said, Big Bird.
I mean, it is a bird that can't fly.
I know. That's what I said. And her mom over there, good answer. Well, that's what you're supposed to say after every answer. For good luck. We didn't even audition yet. And my cousin was like, so what should we do with the car? I think we should sell it. Because I don't know. I want somebody to have it. Mind you, you win the car after winning 5 games in a row and $100,000. Oh, wow. We hadn't even auditioned yet. She's like, I think we should probably sell the car because, you know, I don't want somebody to be driving it.
You have to speak it into existence. Well, I hope you guys win.
No,
I really want to see the Goodners on Family Feud.
Fall of 2019. Look out.
All right. It was fun today.
Yes.
I got to be right a lot, which is usual, but especially right this time. Undefeated, never lost. Speaking of undefeated, never lost, shout out to the Maybe I'm Crazy Fantasy League.
Yes.
Which I won't say I'm dominating, but I kicked ass this week.
Yeah.
Roethlisberger came through, 24 points. And who else did well for me? Justin Tucker. Good looking out.
Justin Tucker.
Finally, a cooker. And man, I mean, I just slayed that trade. Who did I even trade? The Lions receiver that I had. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Marvin Jones.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot who traded me. Emmanuel Sanders and James Conner. But what a mistake. So point that out. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Anyway, and a further update. Brandon is in 3rd. I'm in 5th. Shout out to Once in a Lifetime in 1st. Unstoppable Force is also undefeated. Brandon is 1st in points. I am 3rd in points, and there's only 3 teams over 300 points. So this week I am playing the 6th place team. Good luck to Drunken Monkeys. And Brandon is taking on the Blazers, who are currently in 8th. So I'm going to hit that waiver wire a little bit. Sterling, Anthony, and Michael are still defeated, so please win a game, guys. But shout out to everybody in the I didn't write this update, Heller did. So I'm just reading it. Shout out to everybody in the Fantasy League. It's been very fun. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure that you check out the YouTube page and subscribe. Comment, like, share with your friends. Follow us on all our social media pages at Maybe I'm Crazy Pod. Follow Brandon at Newman Show 99. Myself at Joy Taylor Talks. And we will catch you next week. Did I forget anything?
No, I think you did a great job recapping. I was very impressed.
Thank you. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.